today, sorry. The presentation that I've prepared for you today is on how to effectively build strong teams and as well as exploring new markets. Sorry, I don't know what's happening.
Madam Enia, you can scroll your mouse and going down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. So as I was saying, my name is Enia Nhachengo, and I'm from Greenworld Group, Mozambique branch. Today, I'll be presenting on how to effectively build teams and explore new markets. So to start off, I'd like to share with you the contents of my presentation. Firstly, I'll briefly cover on network marketing, which is basically the business that we are all in here. And I'll be talking about recruiting in multi-level marketing. I'll also be covering on building a strong team, exploring new markets, right? So let's start by explaining, sort of taking a background look into what network marketing actually is, right? So firstly, as we all here, we sort of know the process on how it works. And for the newbies, please pay attention to this because you need to understand the foundations of it for you to get a grasp on it and be able to succeed in this business, right? So what is network marketing in short terms? You generate a lead. So basically you locate, your main objective is locating new customers and clients. So you are actively generating leads by locating new customers and clients. Every day, actively doing the same things. You need to bring new customers and clients all the time for your business to grow, right? The second thing about network marketing is recruiting. What does recruiting do? What is recruiting actually? It's adding customers and business partners to your network. So after you've generated leads of new customers and clients, you need to recruit customers and business partners so that you can start growing your network, right? After that, you build and you manage. That is the trainings, that is the motivations and managing your network, which is your recruits. Your recruits is what is going to build a team. That is what we call a team. You cannot have a team in network marketing without recruiting. So that's why I thought it's important to take a step back and understand what this network marketing is all about and what's the foundation of this network marketing, so that you understand how do you step up, how do you succeed in this network marketing. So our focus today will be mainly on recruiting, which is team building. That is our topic, how to effectively build teams, right? And explore new markets. So please grab your pens, grab your notes, and pay attention to this. I'm going to be doing this presentation, and there will be 30 minutes at the end so that we can interact. If you might have some questions, if you might have some doubts or something that you don't understand, and then I can easily clarify that, right? So team building, let me start by explaining what it is all about, right? So it's building a team of like-minded individuals who are passionate about the products they sell. Keyword, passionate about the products they sell. So this team of people that you are building as you recruit, remember, recruiting is bringing new people to form a network, right? So as you are building this team, you need to find like-minded people who are passionate about the products that they are selling. The Greenworld health supplements, they have to be passionate about the products that they are selling, right? So what does it actually do? The team that you build, or the different teams that you build, It helps you expand the reach of your business and increase sales. That's what it does. So basically, it's a multiplication of you, of the work that you do. So it's not only you, but it's you and your team conducting this work, right? So when you recruit other people, this is where you activate your passive income. You cannot earn passive income without recruiting. So this means that they will continue to earn money even when they are not actively selling products. That's you. Even if you are not actively selling the product for maybe that day or that week, you will still earn for the work that your recruits are doing. How amazing is that? So this building, this team building is not only for you. It's for you and your team. So you activate your passive income in this way, where you do not work on your own, right? And it basically diversify revenue streams for Greenworld. So what this is basically saying is that that's just another way of making money at Greenworld. Recruit, convince people that they can come and make money with you. And that's it. You've activated another way of getting another bonus at Greenworld. Remember, we want to grab all the 12 ways of making money at Greenworld. We want to grab them. So this is one of the ways of making money at Greenworld. And you want to be sure to be taking all the money that Greenworld is offering you. You don't want to miss out because, no, I'm not good at recruiting. Oh, I can sell, but I can't recruit. No, you need to train yourself to be able to grab all the different types of income that Greenworld is offering you. Right. So if you have a look here, this is similar to the structure that we have at Greenworld. This is you up top, right? And then you have 3 business partners. That's how you start your team building. So it's you, and then you have 3 different business partners, 1, 2, and 3, right? These are the people that you start the team building with. Remember, this is the people that you start. Key word is start your team building with, right? You teach these people everything that you know how to do and more. What do I mean by more? Invite them to trainings so that they can learn the things that you might not even know with you, right? These people that you are building a team with, in simple terms, is you trying to multiply yourself, right? So that they can do the same work or even better work than the work that you're doing. In that way, you are multiplying your sales automatically without fail. The day you are sick, the day you are not feeling well, the day you are not available, the day you are busy with something else, they are working as well. So this is what team building is all about, right? So you recruit the first 3 people, teach them the same thing that you're doing. For myself, for instance, Greenworld starts at 1-star ranking, right? Every time I recruit people, I tell them how it works. I tell them how the ranks work. But I always say, let's say 1-star and 2-star ranking does not exist. That's what I teach them because it becomes beneficial from 3-star rank for me and for them. I want them to activate earning faster because I don't want them to get into the business and then they get to 1-star and then they relax and then they feel like there's no money and then they feel like, no, this was a mistake. No, I want to push them to understand that they need to be a 3-star rank for them to earn, right? So that's what I teach my team. I don't sign up people who are not willing to sell at least 250 points in a month. At least that. What does that help me with? Besides the bonus, that helps me with knowing who really wants it, who doesn't want it. It's very important at the beginning for you to get how do I put it? To get people who are go-getters, people who want things to happen fast. You don't want sleepy people in your team. You want people who are active in your team. You can have a big team of thousands and thousands of people, but you will not be earning if your team is not made of active people. So it's very important for you to understand that your team members, this team that you're building, it needs to be a team of active people. That needs to be clear. So if from the beginning, you are encouraging them, no, it's okay, you can sign up whenever you start. It's not whenever you start selling. You are the one who sets the targets. I hope we are clear. I hope we are together. I hope you guys are following. That it's not their pace. You're trying to push them to your pace. You're trying to push them to the targets that you have set for yourself. So that is what I've taught my team in terms of team building. You come, you want to work in my team. For you, I make it a special thing to be a part of my team. I will not be signing you up if you do not have 250 points in 1 month. Because if you're telling me that you cannot sell 250 points in 1 month, how long is it going to take you to sell the 250 points, then to start earning? It's going to take forever. So this person will be discouraged. They'll feel like you sold them dreams and you told them that they will make money at this company and they feel like they are not. Because remember, this person is not you. This person has not had a feeling of what the business is all about. This person has not earned at Greenworld. They are trusting what you are saying. They know you. So they're just trusting your word for it. They're taking your word for it. This person, Enia, is saying that we can make money here. So maybe we can. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Someone has their hand up. I think, I'm not sure, maybe it's a question. If it's a question, can we please leave them to the end? You can just note it down somewhere so that you don't forget, so that I don't interrupt the presentation, and then I take all the questions at once. So that's basically that on team building. What is it, team building? So how do we actually build a strong team? You need to define the purpose of your team. Every team has a goal. Every team has a purpose. So maybe you will be creating different teams for different purposes. So maybe for this specific team is the China trip. You're creating a team for China trip awards. This whole team is about people who want to go to China, right? So that is the purpose of your team. Maybe that's the purpose of this team. Maybe another team, you're building it for the purpose of just moving up the ranks. So you as the team leader, you need to have a clear purpose of what your team, the purpose of your team is. After you've defined the purpose of your team, you need to communicate your vision to your team members, which is the people you are recruiting. See it, make them see what you see. So for the purpose of this presentation, I will just carry on with the example of China Trip Awards, for example. So, excuse me, after you've communicated your vision, right, to the other team members, you will set high standards. With regards to standards, people will follow what they see, which takes me to leading by example. You set high standards, you have to be at a high standard yourself. You cannot set high standards and not be at a high standard yourself. Once you lead by example, they will want to do what you do. Excuse me. Okay. You will be supportive of your team. You will encourage collaboration amongst your team members. You will celebrate one another's successes. You will identify the strengths and weaknesses in your team. You will address issues. And last but not least, you will be open-minded. So when it comes to defining your team's purpose, right? As I was saying, it could be awards, it could be moving up the rank, you could be creating a team to motivate other team leaders, to motivate other team members from different teams. So whichever the purpose is, it needs to be very clear as you define it, right? Let's go into values. A team is only a team because of the values that they hold. A team needs to have values. Even if it's a team of maybe people you know, it's a team of acquaintances or friends, there needs to be values that you set for your team. That this team needs to go by these values. My personal values in my team, some of them are honesty, integrity, and respect. Honesty. You need to be honest with this business. First of all, let's say you choose not to be honest. You choose to be dishonest. What's going to happen as a recruit or a team member grows? They're going to get exposed to other people who are doing the same business. Let's say they go to a year-end rally or an event of whichever sort. They go there and you've not been honest about something. Let's say the signing up amount required by Greenworld. You've added some cents because you want to benefit from it. They get there, they find out they're not going to be happy about that. They're not going to be happy about that. So try your best to be honest. You can't win more than what you're supposed to win. So you always try to be as honest as possible. There's nothing as reassuring as a team member who you're honest with about how the business goes, about how the monies go, about all of that. Because wherever they go, they will know that you did not try to play them, you did not try to take advantage of them because they don't know the business. They will always bump into someone who knows the business. They will always bump into someone and ask questions that if you have not been honest, it's going to make your team unstable. What's going to happen when you are not honest with this person? They're not going to keep quiet about it. They will comment with the other team members. Your team can easily fall apart from that. A simple thing as dishonesty. Because they are hurt. After you're not honest about something, the person gets hurt. So what are they going to do? They will spread the news that no, the same way they spread good news about you as a good leader, they will spread news about you as a bad leader. So it is in your hands to be honest. This is the most important value for all the teams wherever to work. Integrity. They are watching you, they are not watching you, you are always a person of integrity. What are you doing when they are seeing you? What are you doing when they are not seeing you? It doesn't matter. You always do it as if people are watching. Respect. The respect one is very important. There is no success in a team where people do not respect each other. You want to be respected, you need to respect. And there's this thing sometimes where the team leader's biggest one, or they put themselves in such a high pedestal and they lack respect for the recruits or the team members, as if they are doing their team members a favor. It does not work like that. You need to respect your team members. Your business, your success depends on those people. Actually, as the leader, I'm the one who needs them more than they need me. They don't earn from me. I earn from them. So they are more important to me than I'm important to them. So it's very important that I stay respectful of them all the time. Besides me being respectful of my team members, I need to make sure amongst themselves, they are respectful of each other. So there can be jokes here and there can be laughter here and there, but there's always boundaries. There's always respect needed for teams to work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important one. Very important. Because there's sometimes there's some sort of, when boundaries are not set clearly, there's some sort of entitlement, even from some team members, sometimes some team leaders, where there's a thin line between respect and disrespect. You can call your team leaders and ask them for assistance, and when they are available and whenever they can, they will assist you, but you can't demand assistance. That's just one of the examples that I'm using to show that there's a very, very, very thin line between respect and disrespect. If you call your team leader at 12 a.m. in the morning, asking for assistance, and they are not able to help you at 12 a.m. in the morning, and then you leave a dry message, angry, I thought you said any time. No, it doesn't work like that. So that is where the respect needs to come in. That is where the respect needs to come in. Even if you and your team leaders or your team members have built a relationship beyond business, let's say now we can even call it friends, there still needs to be a level of respect. And you need to set a main objective for your team, right? Setting a clear vision, which for all of us, I believe is success in this business. The end goal for everybody is success in this business. I'm pretty sure the objective for all of us in this meeting right now is success in this business. So after you've done that, you will communicate your vision. So you've defined the purpose of this team you've created. So now you want to communicate your vision to your team, to your team members. When you communicate your vision to your team members, what does it do? It gives them a sense of belonging. They feel like they belong to something. They are now a part of something. This is very important, very, very important. People want to feel acknowledged. People want to feel like they are a part of something. People want to feel like they are working towards something. People want to feel like they are contributing towards something. They're important in a contribution to make something better. Not only in this business, in life in general. We all want to be a part of something important, right? So this sense of belonging that you give them is very important. And it's essential to increase engagement amongst them and with you, right? And when you communicate your vision, is a key for purpose-driven leadership. As they look up to you, they will see that if this person has defined a purpose and they've communicated this vision with us, they have a purpose, they have a focus. This leader of ours is focused. They have a purpose, they have something they want to be a part of it. This is very important, extremely important. And also, people have different energies, they have different resources, they have different capabilities. The minute you communicate your vision, they know where they focus all those things. They know where to focus all of. So let's say I have my own strengths, I have my own resources. I hope you guys can still hear me. They were saying my internet was unstable. I hope you can still hear me, right? So it helps people decide where to focus their energy, resources, and capabilities. People have different resources, people have different capabilities. So when now they have a clear vision from you as the leader, it will help them decide where they focus each one of those on. It promotes alignment within the team. This is all essential because unclear communication will result in wasted effort from the lack of alignment amongst the team and confusion. And this can only lead to chaos in your team. If you have not communicated your vision clearly, so-and-so will be talking about this, so-and-so will be talking about this, everyone is going to be lost. And they will not have a clear purpose. They will not have a clear vision on what to do. They will be confused. And most of the times, some people, when they are confused, they don't even ask anything. So they just carry on. They are lost. When they ask, they get more confused if the other people is also, if the other person is also confused, and it's just a total chaos. Right. Setting high standards. How do you set high standards? You set clear and realistic goals. Don't set unattainable goals. Work towards setting your goals higher and higher, but they still need to be realistic, right? I'm not saying dream small. Please don't confuse it for dream small. All I'm saying is look at your progress, look at your resources, look at what you are capable of, what you've done so far, what you have achieved so far, and take it a step higher, right? Let's say last time you went to China, you qualified for the China trip in, let's say, 6 months. You can bring it down to 4 months. That is a realistic goal. Not saying that if you bring it down to 1 month, is not realistic, but it's not so realistic as. So take big steps, but not extremely unrealistic steps. If you get what I'm saying. So you set clear and realistic goals. Let's go to China. It's a team of 4 people. It's you and 3 other people. Let's go to China. You tell them, this is my vision. This is what I want for this team. It's 4 of you. Let's go to China. How do you do it? You show them how to do it, step by step. Don't just tell them, let's go to China and leave it there. Tell them, you want to go to China with me? This is what you need to do. They go do it, you also do it. Clear and realistic. Provide feedback. Recognize your team members, right? Encourage collaboration and innovation amongst them. This will help the dynamics of your team. This will help the development of your team. This will help bettering your team, right? And you can also model the behavior that you expect from your team members. If you're expecting a certain outcome from your team, you should sort of model the behavior you're expecting from them. Let's say you will have different people in your team. Let's say you want it to be a team of punctual people, for example. You model that behavior by being punctual yourself. I hope we are still together. So you sort of create the behavior that you expect, right? Always support your team's development. Whenever you see that your team is developing somehow, support. Someone comes up with an idea of, oh, I want to do this. I want support that idea. Give them better ideas. Give them a way on how to conduct that idea properly, on how to succeed on that idea. Be useful to your team members. So, but you can do that by supporting their development. Ask and act on feedback. So if you gave them a task, let's say this week I want 100 BVs from each of you. It's just an example. This week I want 100 BVs from each of you. Ask back. It's 3 people. Some maybe made 30, some made 200, some made 100 BVs. Ask for that feedback. They give you the feedback. You act on it. When you act on it, what do? You analyze. Let's say for the person who didn't reach, especially for the people who didn't reach their standard, the standards that you had set for them. You act on it. You tell them, so what were your challenges? What do you feel like were your challenges? How can we better it? How can we make it, how can we push you closer and closer to the 100 points mark? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That don't just ask for feedback and be like, oh, 30. Okay, next week I want 100. I said I want 100. Next week I want to see 100. No. Try to understand why they didn't reach that target and act on that. For the person who's reached 200 when they were supposed to reach 100, it shows that they have a greater potential than what you thought. So push them harder. Don't allow them to come back to the 100. The target is 100 years. That is the minimum target that you've set. But push them to go even harder. But like, okay, I wanted 100, you gave me 200. Now I want to push you more. Now I want more from you. You see, you can do even greater than what you want, than what I wanted. I was just asking for 100 and you gave me way more than that. Right? And be a mirror to your team members. You're saying they must bring 100. How much are you bringing? You definitely need to bring way more than that. Because they want to be like you. You're a team leader. They also want to be team leaders. And you are their mirror. So they want to be like you. When they see you, they see that inspiration, they see that motivation, they see the standards. So they want to be like you. I found this quote very interesting. It says, great leaders set high expectations for their teams, but even higher expectations for themselves. That's where it comes in. Be a mirror to your, as you setting these high standards for them, set even higher for yourself. Because why? You lead by example. You're not just setting high standards so that they can do all the work for you while you chill. No. You lead by example, by becoming a mirror to your team. I hope we are still together. So, as you lead by example, you need to show your team members what it means to be committed and passionate about the team's vision. Remember, this whole team has the same vision. Excuse me. Remember, this whole team has the same vision, the vision that you said there at the beginning. So when you lead by example, what happens? Sorry. This is the questions that you ask yourself. Let's say you have a task that you're doing with your team members. By being a leader that leads by example, before this task, these are the questions that you ask yourself. How can I show up for my team today? What this question is asking is, how can I be useful for my team today? So you're asking yourself this question so that you can be a leader that leads by example. Secondly, what does my team need help with? You've analyzed your team. You've seen what they lack. You see what they excel in. Now you want to know, because you've seen that. You know the ups, you know the downs. Now you want to see how, what needs fixing, what needs help, so that my team can be extremely successful. What do I want them to do that I also should be doing? I will go back to the punctual example because this is a very important one. I want them to be punctual. Let's say they are lacking, they are not punctual. I want them to be punctual. I have to be punctual. I have no choice. I have no choice. There is no way my team members can be punctual if I'm not punctual. So if I tell them that our meeting is at 9 and I arrive at 10, next time they will arrive at 10, most of them. They'll be like, oh, Enia won't even arrive at 10. So you need to ask yourself, what can I do? What do I want them to do that I should also be doing? How can I recognize my team today? Recognition is very often confused for maybe gifting, or what is recognition? A simple thank you. Well done. Great work today. That is a very encouraging message to receive. After you go out for a task, after you work on a task, they need that recognition. So during the task, you ask yourself, am I living up to the standards I want my team members, please ignore that word, my team members to live up to? Am I living up to those standards? What can I do right now to model ethical behavior amongst my team members? What do I need to help my team members with right now? So as you're doing the work, you're assessing this thing because you want to be useful. As a leader, one thing you want to do is be useful. That's the only way you can lead by example. Am I focusing on important tasks or you just distracted? You see, so I'll use during work, I'll use that example of marketplace, for instance. Let's say you went with these 3 team members of yours, you guys set up your table there, everything is there, everything is working, da 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 da. Now you as the team leader, you're just sitting there. At first, you tell them how to work, you tell them what to do, you tell them once people are passing by, go ask for their numbers, talk to them. And then if you see that it's dying out, just go to different points and look for people at different points and talk to them. But you are sitting at the table, chatting on social media or doing nothing. It doesn't work. That's why it's important for you to ask yourself, am I focusing on important tasks? What do I need to help my team with? So you see who's lacking where. Maybe there's a team member who's simply having trouble speaking out, convincing people that our services are worth it, our products are worth it. Step in. But that is not your person. That is that member's person that you just help them with having a dialogue so that they can get the numbers, so that they can move their business. So that's what a leader does. So you assess the environment, you see what the environment is like, and then you step in. And then you step in. After the task, you ask yourself, did I show excellence today? If so, what did I do right? If not, what should I do next time? How can I be a better leader tomorrow? This is very important because you want to see what is it that you're doing well and what is it that you're lacking, yourself as the leader, so that next time you can do better. Your objective here is to do better and excel. Look at the first question. Did I show excellence today? Your objective is to excel, to reach up there, the highest. So that's the first question you ask yourself. Did I excel? Did I reach there? Am I there yet? Or am I still working towards it? Do you understand? And then you analyze, I didn't, what's lacking? What can I do? And sometimes you can even hold short meetings where your team members are the ones who are actually going to point such things out to you. Like, leader, you do great in 1, 2, 3, but you lack in 1, 2, 3, in my opinion. There needs to be such a healthy environment where that is allowed, where that can happen with no arrogance, with no disrespect, in an ethical and organized way. That can happen, where your team members can help you see what you're doing amazing and what you're lacking. Because sometimes we find it very difficult to see in ourselves where we are lacking. We find it very, very difficult. You see. So basically, for you to lead by example, in simple terms, you will practice ethical leadership. You'll be constructive when handling conflict. You will sharpen your leadership skills. By sharpening your leadership skills, it simply means that you want to have the best possible leadership skill. You want to be the best leader. You want to have a name for yourself. Whenever they say Enia, everyone is like, ah, that one is a great leader. That one is a very, very, very well-rounded leader. That's what you want to be. You want to bounce back after failure. It's not always going to be flowers and roses and blue skies. So you want to be able to bounce back after failure. You want to communicate kindly to your team members. You want to take care of yourself, and you want to celebrate diversity in your team, right? Be supportive. So examples of demonstrating support include acknowledging team achievements, addressing individual needs, and actively participating in problem solving. Actively participating in problem solving. Listen to ideas and give constructive feedback, and trust and respect for a strained relationship with your team. Right. So here's an example of a traditional leader and a team member. A traditional leader and a supportive leader. The traditional leader, right? The top part, the top one. The traditional leader will assign a task and expect results, and that's it. You, as the supportive leader that you are, you will assign a task. Throughout that task, you will be mentoring. You will be mentoring your team member. You will be mentoring them. That is the support. You'll be supporting them throughout the task before you can receive your results. That is what a supportive leader does. I hope we are still together. So don't be a traditional leader where you just throw things at your team members and just expect results. Be a supportive leader where you manage and support your team members before you receive results. Encourage collaboration and celebrate one another's success. So when people feel like they are part of something, they are more likely to be invested in it and want to see it succeed. Give them a sense of belonging and celebrate each other's success. This is extremely important. Extremely important. These successes are, when you encourage collaboration, they become interdependent and they shared. So they have time to share experiences, they have time to share ideas. They have time to share ideas, they become interdependent. So you are even bettering the relationship amongst your team, your team members. This is also a key element to build trust. When they collaborate, they can trust each other. So with collaboration, I can give a simple example as, let's say you have 2 team members from South Africa and then 2 team members from Kenya. It's an example, right? You can ask the team members from Kenya to collaborate. You can be like, since you guys are in Kenya, you can work together and then you give me feedback and you monitor that. They're in the same location, it might be easier for them to work together. So you find what you think might be easier for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 team members to collaborate. It could be age, it could be location. If you see 2 youngsters, make them collaborate. I suggest that they collaborate. They might work well together if they're in the same age group. So find a link that might make them work better together and encourage them to collaborate. So that is a key element for them to build trust. And then they will also have equal partnership to resolve conflict. And this collaboration will be sustainable over the long term. You will have sustainable results. This will all be working towards building a successful team, right? And these team members will all be working towards the same. Okay. Okay. The next step is for you to identify strengths and weaknesses in your team. This is very important. You want to leverage on the strengths and you want to minimize and better the weaknesses of your team members, right? Observe how your team members behave in different situations. You will see under pressure, under normal conditions, when there's a time constraint, just check how they behave under different situations. Ask for their feedback, compare their results, use a certain framework and validate your findings, right? Customize your coaching as well to be of a model that works for you. As a leader, we all have different coaching methods. So you need to customize yours into a model that works best for you, as a leader. Address issues. You have to address issues as fresh as they come. You have to address issues as fresh as they come. Don't let issues die. Don't let issues sound like they're not issues. Don't make it look pretty. Don't hide from issues. Address them right away. As tough as that might sound, as tough as that might be, you need to address issues. There's so many teams that just go into, they just crack. So many teams that don't work out because issues are not addressed. And people assume, it's okay. And it's a simple misunderstanding or a simple miscommunication that makes a team crumble. But you as the team leader, if you see that there's something odd in the team, maybe someone is not putting someone else's points, maybe whatever it is, you need to clarify it. And don't, and try not to address issues in corners. Try to, that's your team. And they all know they are part of that team. Address it as a team. Address it as a team. Or at least with the three, the main team leaders. Remember our structure. The main team leaders, you address that issue with them. But issues need to be addressed heads on. And remember, there is no perfect team. This training is not about how to build a perfect team. It's not. There is no perfect team. This training is about how to build a strong team. Not perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect team. There is no such thing as a perfect team. So you need to understand that all you're trying to do here, all you're working towards is building a strong team and not a perfect team. That could never happen. Unfortunately, we all wish for that, but it's impossible because we are what? Humans. So take all of this into consideration, knowing that there is no perfect team. Be open-minded. Being open-minded will help you a lot in decision making, right? It will help you tons in decision making. It will encourage creativity and innovation. There needs to always be room for creative people and innovative people in your team. They're going to take you very, very, very far. They're going to help you when you're open-minded. Their ideas that people bring, they allow you to think further than what you would have thought on your own. So this creativity and innovation that comes from other people, it will help you achieve greater things, greatest things. So don't undermine when people are coming with creative or innovative ideas. Analyze and try it out. If it's reachable, if it's doable, try it out. Why not? As long as it's respectful, it's within the company's guidelines, then try it out. And be like, I know, I can't do that. What kind of idea? No, be open-minded and accepting of how other people think. Remember, there's diversity in your group. People think differently. People have different ideas. And people like being heard and they like feeling like they are part of something and that their ideas are valid. So don't be that leader that shuts their ideas down. Try to always be open-minded. It will attract top talent. You will get the best of the best team members when you're open-minded. It will create a great work environment because all of us want to work with people who at least give us an ear sometimes. No one wants to work with people that when you bring out an idea, they make you sound crazy. They make you sound like you are delusional. You don't know what you're talking about. You just come in here with things from wherever. Everyone wants to work in a great environment. Everyone wants to work in a place where if I want to voice out my idea, I won't be shy. I won't be ashamed. I won't be like, this leader is probably gonna laugh at me. Now me also, what a dumb idea. No one wants to feel that way. So you when you're an open-minded leader, it creates endless possibilities for you. Endless possibilities. Endless greatest possibilities. Because now everyone, you are reachable. Everyone wants to, everyone feels like they can talk to you so easily because you are accommodating of their idea. I hope we are still together. Okay. So that's it on building a strong team. Not a perfect team, not a perfect team, a strong team. You've built this strong team, right? It's very good, it's functional, it's working. You want to explore new markets. So you'll find that, let's say on your area, usually that's where we all start. We start our network marketing business in our own area, right? Start the business is going. From my own experience, I've realized that after some time, the environment is the same, right? You spread out the word, you do your marketing strategies, you use them. After some time, your business might, I'm not saying will, I said it might because it depends on the market that you're on. It might become stagnant. It might become stagnant. In most cases, after some time, your business does become stagnant, right? So, excuse me. So that's when exploring a new market is gonna come into play. Because now you're stagnant with the same customers, same clients, same patients. Some are recurring, they are buying again. Some are now completely fine, and they believe that they might not need the products anymore, because there's clients that don't understand that part where you say you can carry on consuming, maybe not the same quantity, but you just carry, this is a supplement, it's natural, it does you good. As much as you are now healed from what brought you here, you can just carry on consuming anything really. So now you're stagnant, you're stuck. Now business is not going forward. After being stagnant for some time, trust me, it will start going backwards. Your sales are going to start decreasing because the people that you've sold to, you followed up, they came back, they bought, what, they are no longer doing that. And there's no new customers coming in. It's the same thing as recruiting. You need new people to come into your network so that you can expand your sales. It's the same thing with sales. You need new people buying, new people buying, new people buying. The old people buying again, new people buying, old people buying again. But then the old people, eventually, some of them might stop buying. You see, because some of them, when they feel like they're fine, they just want to stop. For many reasons, some just want to save money, whichever reasons, right? So now you are stagnant, you are stuck. What do we do? No more sales. Yeah, sales, yeah, they're there, but remember, we want to reach higher levels, managerial positions, directorship. There's so many great things ahead of us at Greenworld that we want to reach. You can't reach that stagnant at the same market. No one is coming. Things seem like they are not moving. Your shop is not selling as much anymore. What do you do? What do? You explore new markets. That's what you do. That's when you will think, okay, I'm stuck here. What can I do? Yeah, people might still be coming, but slowly, not at the pace you wish for them to be coming at. So what do? You explore new markets. That is what you're going to do. Now, I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain how. I'm going to explain when and where and who in terms of exploring new markets, right? Why do you explore new markets? You want to expand your business, you want to increase sales, you want to build teams, and you want to learn from fellow team leaders. That's what makes you expand your business, right? Explore new markets, right? You will expand your business. Why? I'm in Mozambique. Imagine I managed to explore a new market in South Africa, maybe another one in Botswana, maybe another one in Congo, maybe. I managed to explore those 3 markets. My sales are going up. They are going to skyrocket. But remember, I was stagnant with the Mozambique market. I couldn't get out of it. But now I'm out. Because why? I've expanded my business to other markets. I'm not only depending on this market where I'm in. That will increase my sales automatically, and I won't have control even of how much that will increase my sales. That will build teams. What is that? Recruiting. So just by exploring a new market, I'm automatically recruiting. And I'll learn from fellow team leaders. So now let me tell you something. Leaders work differently. They have different experiences. They have different ways of doing things. And I stand by the word that people should try everything and they see what works for them, what doesn't work for them. When you share ideas and experience and all of that with different leaders, and they also share their experiences with you, you learn from them. There's always space for learning from them. When you guys have that exchange of ideas, you will learn from them, and they can also learn something from you as you're exploring this market. How do you do it? You generate leads where you want to work, right? You generate leads. These leads become your focal points. So where you are working, you need to have focal points. If I want to work at let's say I'm in Mozambique, I want to explore a different province than the one I'm currently in. I'm in Maputo right now. So let's say I want to explore, actually, let me just give my personal practical example. I'm from Shashai. My market is Shashai. I moved out of Shashai. I'm exploring a new market, which is Maputo. I started exploring Maputo from Shashai to the point where I saw that, no, I actually have to leave this place and go and explore this market. That's why I'm here now. That's why I stay here now, because I am exploring this market. The market is solid. I move. I explore. It gets solid. I move. So that's how I personally explore markets. It's very difficult to explore markets from far, but it does not mean it's not doable. It's just a bit more challenging than being at that actual place. Yeah, Maputo Shashai. Shashai is 3 hours from here. So it's not like a huge, but then there's places like, let's say, Congo, Botswana, whatnot, that will be definitely more challenging. Not, and I'm not saying it's not doable. It's more challenging. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. So I moved from Shashai to the market. You understand? Otherwise, I'd have what? A focal point in Maputo. I had challenges with having a focal point. I tried having a focal point all the time that I wasn't moving from Shashai to Maputo. I was trying to have a focal point, but I had challenges. You will face that. It's not automatic. You'll find dishonest people. So many things will happen. And you will keep on losing customers, you'll keep on losing downlines, you'll keep on. So wherever it's possible for you to go and build a team for some time, do it. And it will take a lot of planning and budgeting. Shai, I didn't have to rent. Here I have to rent. Opening a shop this side, have to rent the shop, have to pay the shop worker. So you have to plan and budget. You're not just going to wake up and explore a new market. You will have to plan on how you're going to go about exploring this market. It's not automatic. I want to go explore a market, I'm going. No. You will have to plan and budget and go explore the market. You see? When do you explore the market? It's part of your planning. You have a time frame on when you want to explore. And then you can allocate team members. Remember, as you're exploring the market, you're building a team. Of if it's a market on living, because usually when you explore a new market, it's for some time. You have a time frame where you say, okay, if I can go to Maputo for 6 months, what can I do? It's an example. 6 months can be 3 weeks. It can be an in and out. There are places where I'm exploring markets at the same time I'm exploring Maputo. And it's an in and out, where I have to go there, stay there for 2 weeks, come back. Do you see how this works? So you need to give it a time frame. How long and what will I be doing as I explore this market? Right? Where? When it comes to where, start local. Start local. You're there in your city, you have explored it, move to provinces. Explore the provinces in your country. Move to country. Explore different countries. Before you know it, you have teams in all continents. Before you know it. Before you know it, you are big, massive, because you've explored teams. Right? Who? Focal points. Focal points or you, depending on where you're exploring. There's places that unfortunately or fortunately, I'm not sure, because it depends on your luck, really, which focal point you have. Because some focal points, the main challenge you face with focal points is that a lot of them are not honest. So when you bump into a dishonest focal point, you're in for trouble. But usually your focal points are the ones who are going to help you explore a new market, especially a market that you can't reach, that is a bit far-fetched. Then you will need to work with focal points. If you can move to that place, you can do in and outs, or you can completely, if you're a youngster, not married yet, you can move and explore the markets that way. How do you explore these new markets? You need to be ready to leave your comfort zone. You need to be ready to leave your comfort zone. There are places that are not cute at all. The water is not even as clean. You're not going to be eating what you want, not your comfortable bed, not your comfortable blankets. No, it's just going to be a place. That's all, with a roof over it. So you need to be ready for any circumstances, any environments. You need to be easily adaptable and be ready to leave your comfort zone. Be prepared for disappointment. Now, this point is very important. We have this thing where when we plan something, it's so beautiful. Our plans are so gorgeous. It's like that mood board that everyone does at the beginning of the year. It's the most beautiful thing. It's so beautiful. Oh my God. That's one of the most beautiful things. And the only thing a lot of people forget in that mood board is disappointment. They don't leave room for disappointment. They do not. They simply do not leave room for disappointment. So you need to be prepared to be disappointed. This market that you're exploring, you are hoping to get a successful market. Remember, this is a trial. This is a trial. You're exploring, but it's a trial. So you need to be ready. You need to leave that room. If it doesn't go well, what can I do? What will I learn from this? Be prepared that some markets you're just going to learn from them. And they're not really going to be successful or as successful as other markets. So you need to be ready for that. You need to be ready for that. You need to have that mindset where you know that it might not go my way, and be prepared for it. It's very important for you to be prepared for that, because if you're not prepared for that, you will go explore the first market and then you disappointment, give up. But if you're already prepared that this might not go as planned, and I might need to learn from this to better in my new or my other market exploration, then you'll be fine. But if you are a person who plans and thinks everything's going to be beautiful, it's not going to work. You need to leave room for discipline. Be ready for competition. Be ready for competition, as there might be other leaders already exploring the same market that you explore. Don't badmouth other leaders just so you can outshine them or build your team based on that. There's no need for that. There's space for everybody. There's no limitations at Greenworld. So just be ready that there might be competition. There might be other leaders that are exploring the same market. You go and explore. There's a lot of people everywhere. So it's not like you're going there to steal their shine, or now people are not going to go for them. They need to come for you. You're not going there to cause chaos or havoc. You going there already that market might be that market might have someone who's already exploring it. So just have that mindset that, okay, there might be other leaders exploring. Be intentional when you're exploring new markets on what you want out of it. What do you want of this market? Study the market and trust your focal point. Study the market and trust your focal point. And I highlighted, not too much. You can't trust your focal point too much. You trust them, but not too much. So you have to trust them to a certain extent, because there's things that you can't do because you're far. They're the only ones who can do. But then if there's transparency and there's constant updates, and then you build a healthy relationship with your focal points, things might go your way. Things might go your way, right? But don't blindly trust your focal point. Trust them, but not blindly, right? Set goals and work with a time frame, not too short, not too long. Have a nice pace of your time frame. Some people have unrealistic time frames. I want to open a market in July, should be booming by August. Depends on what booming is. You can't have extremely high expectations when you explore a market. Work with a time frame, hope for your targets to be reached. If they are not reached, analyze why, and don't make it too short, don't make it too long. Some leaders want to see every 20,000 BVs in one day. No, you are exploring. Remember, this market will develop as time goes. So that's how you will be doing it. Find out the best time to explore a specific market. So this one, I'll use the example of farmers. Farmers have a specific time where, for example, in that area, when they're now selling the products that they have found, there's a lot of money in that area. So find out when is the best time to go and explore a specific market, and go there at that time. There is money. When is the money there? Go and explore at that time. Try to go and explore at a time where the economy is better at a place, if I can put it that way. You don't want to go and explore a market and not make sales. Because remember, you've budgeted for this, you've planned for this, and you need to get this money back. You need to get this money back. So do your research on the place, do your research on the market, what it's all about, when is the money, when is the no money, and find the go and explore the market. Now, just to put it all together, when it comes to team building and new market exploration, you will repeat this process over and over and over and over again. You will constantly be repeating this process. Both team building and new market exploration, you will be repeating this process over and over and over again. You want to constantly recruit, you need to repeat that. You want to constantly open new markets, you need to repeat that. So you need to be prepared to keep on keeping on. Excuse me. Keep on repeating, repeat. So everything that's been discussed thus far, you want to repeat it constantly, both for recruiting and for new market exploration. Have leads in different areas. Have leads in different areas. However, remember to focus at each one at a time. Don't try to focus on too many different, like too many markets at once. Don't make that mistake of trying for 20 markets. Now you want to attack because you heard this is a great way of increasing your sales. Now you want to attack 20 markets at once. No. Take it easy, calm, have different leads, explore them slowly, but not too slowly, and see what you're working here. This lead is developing there, it's becoming a focal point, this, that. I hope also you've understood leads and focal points. Teach your team members to do the same. I don't think there's a training or maybe a training that comes to increasing sales or team building or marketing or anything that increases your sales where I will not be saying this. Teach your team members to do the same thing that you're doing. You've learned it, teach them to do the same. Set targets and work your hardest to keep up with them. You have one person to beat, and that's yourself. You're a great leader. You want to be a greater and then the greatest leader. That's you. That's the only person you want to beat. That's the only person that you are competing against. Last but not least, be honest and transparent. Be honest and transparent. When I say be honest and transparent, this is very important. I don't know how to emphasize this more. Be honest and be transparent. By being honest, you're opening endless doors for yourself. Endless doors. Because let's say I'm the focal point, because I can be someone's focal point because I'm at a different market than most of you in this meeting. I can be someone's focal point. If I'm dishonest, there's no way. If that person comments with anyone else that I'm dishonest, I will no longer be the focal point for anyone else. Because it's Greenworld, the word spreads really fast. So if you're not being honest, you're not being transparent, you're at a different market, people are buying from your side, you're not loading their points, you are telling stories, it doesn't work. It does not work. So be the focal point that you want the people in the other markets to be. So I'm in Mozambique and I want to explore Kenya. I need to be the focal point that I wish to have in Kenya. So my example, my My way of working as a focal point, when I'm honest, when I'm transparent, is because of how also I would like my focal point in a different country, a different province, a different city to also be for me. Extremely important. Extremely, extremely, extremely important. So let's explore new markets. Let's go out there, let's explore new markets, let's be transparent. Let's be transparent. And before you know it, you will be the focal point for many, and many will be your focal points. My presentation ends there. Now, I hope we still have, yes, we have 40 minutes. So I might hand it over to Madam Rainey so that I can take you guys' questions. If you have any questions, if you have anything about this training that needs clarification, or anything that I've trained before that you feel like was not clear and you never got the chance to get a clarification on, please kindly just let me know. Madam Rainey, over to you.
Thank you, Madam Enia. This was a wonderful presentation, how to open the new market. Well, I see that we have some questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very precious opportunity that you could have a face-to-face discussion with Madam Enia. You know, who is one of the star in the young generation, who use a lot of creative ways to do the market. So if you want to have any questions you want to discuss with her, this is the best opportunity. You raise your hand, you unmute yourself, and you can talk to her. We still have 40 minutes to go. Take this chance. Or if you want to share, based on what she has presented, what you do your new market, what you do to explore your market, then you can also share with us. Yes, please, Maritim, Bernard, please, you unmute yourself.
I'm Maritim from Kenya, Bomet, and pleasure to be in this training. I've been in Greenworld for some few months, and I have gotten a chance to interact with fellow colleagues from different parts of the country and the entire part of the world. So I have gotten a new point to venture into new markets, and I'm seeing myself having new vision, new call, and seeing myself in a higher position some days to come. So it was my pleasure being on this training, and I honor you, great leaders. One day I'll be there. Love you.
Okay, thank you. So actually, Mr. Bernard has expressed his thankfulness to Madam Enia. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you try to have a discussion, you make sure that you have only one device on. If you have two devices, you will end up with this echo. Okay, so
Hello.
hello, Miss Maxwell.
Yeah, I'm Maxwell from Malawi.
Welcome,
I've been,
Maxwell.
thank you. I've been in Greenworld now for 6 months. Yeah, but I've experienced a lot since I've been meeting with the different people and explaining to them more about the Greenworld. And I've been interested, and also the most of the people they were able to join, but I just want to have only the one question according to the experience that I've faced on the ground. My question is, I used to face with the people who are serious and they want to join Greenworld, but maybe on that time they don't have the they don't have the registration fee. So how best can we help these people? Because they seem to be very serious to be in, but for that time they don't have the registration fee. So sometimes I may upset myself that, so how best can I help these people? They have the heart to work with us, but for that time they don't have this fee. So how best can we deal with this situation? Yeah, that is my question.
So we have many leaders. We have Madam Enia, we have Madam Nerenas. So who can help with this gentleman, that if you have come across any prospects who don't have enough money to pay for the registration fee, so how would you deal with this situation?
Can I answer?
Yes, please.
Yes, so this actually happens quite a lot, because most of the people that want to join this business is people who are actually struggling with their finances. So it's usually
Yes.
people who have hit rock bottom of bottom. So now what happens with my side? What do I do? So I tell people, listen, there's a lot of ways of you selling without having the products on your hands. So normally you'd have to buy the product and sell the product, but you don't know the type of person or the type of disease that your first customer is going to have. So what products are you going to buy? Let's say you buy products for high blood, and then you only have money to buy products for high blood, and then you find out that your first customer actually wants products for type 2 diabetes, for example. So what I tell them is that market your business, right? Market your business and make your sale without even having the product on your hands. So let's say they sell a uterus pill, right?
Yes.
They sell maybe one uterus pill, one pine pollen, one royal jelly, for example. By them selling that, they might make enough retail profit to then pay for registration. They will sell that by using their WhatsApp of paying for registration fee. Some leaders might also share their views on that, because I know that some of them, they actually pay for the person's registration fees, and then they work it out with the person and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe for the leaders that has worked for them, they will share also their views on that. But in my opinion, I make them sell. They don't eat it. They don't use it for their personal use. They will be paying for their registration.
Yeah, thank you for the very good explanation, because in the process, I really experiencing those situations that we see the people, they are very serious, they want to work with us, but they are struggling to find the registration fee. So for the explanation that you have helped us, we understand that now I'll be able to build a very strong team and work with them. And also because it's just the or another way of helping them, raising them up financially. So for the way that you have explained to me now, I understand it well, and I'll be able to work with them, even though they are not maybe ready to have the money for registration. Now I see that the Greenworld, I think, is for everyone, regardless that maybe you don't have money or you have it. Yeah. So thank you for the help that you did to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Maxwell. Okay, we have so many people have raised your hands. Okay, let's go one by one. Miss Ambassador, please, you can unmute yourself and ask your questions.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ms. Sereni. Thank you very much for this opportunity. You're speaking to James from Mozambique. I just want to say congratulations to leader Nhachengo for this great presentation she's giving. It's showing us that we have a lot to learn from her. As a young star, she's the first one doing international presentation. So I just calling to say congratulations, well done, keep up, 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 and up. Thank you very much.
Please, sir, you also have the opportunity to do the international presentation. You simply send your topics to Mr. Budiman or to us, and then we can arrange it for you. So you don't have to be the selected trainer. So if you have been doing training and you want to have a chance, you can directly talk to us or even talk to Mr. Budiman. Let us know, and then we can make arrangement. Don't worry, everybody has opportunity. Thank you so much. We see that Mozambique, we do have great leaders in Mozambique.
Oh, thank you very much, Ms. Reni, for this opportunity. I'll do my best to learn how to do international presentation because I'm present in the office, but not yet in international.
Would you like to be one?
Yes, I would like.
Okay, and then send your topic to us. Then we will definitely, we were in a trainers group. You sent you information. Are you in any of the WhatsApp group that you can send us the information? I can even recommend you. You give me your rank. You can leave the message in the chat box so I can put down your name and your topic, so we can set and schedule for you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Reni. I will do so.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And the next one, Martha, please, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. We have Martha, we have Gift, we have Wesley.
Hello?
Yes, madam.
Hello?
Good evening. Good evening, madam. Please go ahead.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you very well, madam. Please go ahead.
Good evening. Good evening for everyone. Good evening for the presenter, Leader Nhachengo. Congratulations for this big and huge presentation. We learned so much. We learned every day. And I want to congratulate also Mozambique team because we had a big presenter today. And every day we learn. We must remember that we learn with each word of each presenter in this world. So we are lucky, we are rich to be in this presentation. Who is not here really lost every time. Me personally, not every time I can stay here because my job, but I am one who I'm one who sometimes I give online trainer for who need for Greenworld. And for the leader of Malawi who talk about how can he help the people who can't do anything, have another lot of forms to sell the products, and then the people become strong. For example, you can borrow the product and he go to sell, and when he sell, or you can borrow the product and he go to sell and came to give you the money. When he got to sell, because he have not money, he will start learn how to sell. The other form is you have a client, so you can say the client, you can give the confidence to the client that no, give me the money, I'm going to buy and I will give you. In this time, it's other form of sell the products and to recover some income, the 20% for the pocket. And when the person accumulated that, step by step, he is rise up. So it's another form, because we know here in Africa, it's not everyone who have capacity to buy the products by himself. The other people are committing the maybe wrong thing to go to the bank, borrow the product, the borrowed money. That is not very good. The best way for me is to try for yourself, and you rise up, participate in the trainers, to learn with the others, and step by step you get in and rise up, and you win what you want to win, and you one day you said, I come from so far. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Thank you. We now this is, you can see that this is an opportunity. We learn from each other. Thank you. And Mr. Wesley, please, you can unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Madam Reni. My question is, sometimes you find someone, and or some other cases whereby you find a leader going to a place where maybe one has done a prospect, and there went there and shares when that guy shares a prospect or a presentation for those, you find that leader has gone to that place, and but with those photos, and you know, in some cases.
Yes, Miss Wesley. Yes, Mr. Wesley Beth. Oh, sorry, we have lost him. The next is Mr. Eric Towell from Kenya. Mr. Eric Towell, you know, we see that you have new presentations. First, you can raise your questions, and next one, I would like to know, you know, what new topics you are presenting recently. So we'll have another training that we can learn from you.
Thank you very much, Madam Reni. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm happy once again to be here. Congratulations to all the people who are in this forum. We are learning together. This training, I was seeing a better part of it was really for me today, because we are actually exploring a new market now. So I was waiting for this. So congratulations a lot, Madam Enia. I've really learned a lot, and I want to implement some of the ideas that you've really put up. So for me, it's just the right time for this particular kind of training. And as Nironens has said, she has really put it very nicely and simply that is something that is can be worked on so that we can be able to expand the new market. So currently it's a local market we are venturing into in Kenya. I'm actually in a place in Trans Nzoia now. We are looking at, it's about 3 weeks. We've been here for 3 weeks. Madam Enia has talked about you need to get off your comfort zone. So currently we are not having the life that I have when I'm in Kisumu. Probably the bed is smaller, the house is also, we are just starting up. Huh? So I want to really believe that all that she's been able to share that we're already seeing, you have to get off your comfort zone when you are going into a new market. So that is something we are also experiencing. In fact, just to give you something that has happened to us now, we were just cooking and the gas cylinder went, the gas got finished, and we had to rush and get a new one in the midst of cooking. So all those things you have to be prepared for when you are venturing into a new market. But we are glad because we already have some leads, and we are really pushing so that we can be able to implement what she has talked about. So my question to Madam Enia is, I know there is a time frame that we need to give this new market to see if it is something that is workable. So probably what kind of duration can we probably look at? She's talked about not too short, not too long. So what kind of duration are we looking at? Because we are here to stay until we see something is happening. And then also probably share on some challenges that probably the disappointments that she talked about. What kind of disappointments are likely to arise that we can also get prepared for, so that we can be able to have something for us in this new market. So I think after probably she answers on that, then I can be able to, Rainy, I can talk a bit about some of the trainings I'm preparing for these people. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the question, and thank you for the compliments as well. So with regards to the time frame, it's a bit tricky because you need to check which type of market are you exploring. Before that, it depends on your schedule as a leader, right? So some leaders are extremely busy. They can't afford to stay away from their main market for 2 weeks, for example. But if you're a leader that you've already built leaders that can look after your market, you can even explore that market for a month, for example. It depends also how far is that market from your main market. If it's not that far, you can explore, and you remember the back and forth I was talking about. You can explore for 3 weeks and come back. And then after maybe a month, you go explore again until you have solid focal points. Because first you have leads. Leads are just leads. You need solid focal points that you know that you are there, you are not there, your work is running smoothly. So that is the biggest challenge. The disappointments, they come with the disappointments mainly come with the lead. So let's say you spoke to someone, né? And then said, we are coming to explore this market. That's just the lead, right? We're coming to explore this market. How many people do you think you can arrange for us to come and scan so that they can buy the products, right? Yeah, we have 50 people for you. They are ready for you. Come, Mariza, you have 50 people. So in your mind, you do the math. You're like, oh, scan 50. This, that. And then imagine if at least 20 buy this. You get there. Leader, you get there. And yeah, they barely have 5 people for you. No, because no, they traveled. No, this. So that is the type of disappointment that the expectations that your leads can set so high for you. You need to be ready that it might not be the reality. Same way that you might even find a greater reality, you can find such disappointment. And that's the worst disappointment, especially when you're exploring a market that is extremely far, that you had to travel extremely far, it's very disappointing. So you just need to be ready for that. Because when you're ready for that, you get there, start doing your own work. You start doing your, or you pick up, because you need to get that market going still. Yeah, that's more.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for that clarification.
Thank you. So if you are happy with these answers, then Ms. Eric Tower, give us the topic that next time we can learn from you.
Yeah,
I know you're working on some new presentations.
yeah, I have a new presentation. It's all about professional selling. You know, in network marketing,
Yeah.
all we are doing, whether we want to talk about we are sharing and caring. The thing is, we are salespeople. So I have a topic already prepared about professional selling, how to sell professionally the products that we have, the wonderful products that we have in Greenworld. So that is something that is already prepared, and I think once we have there is a slot, then I think I can tackle that for the team. Of course, there are others, but that is what is currently very hot that needs to be dropped so that people can be able to learn from it.
That would be great. Then wait for me. I'm going to book this presentation with you. So thank you so much, Mr. Eric Towell. You know, you're a great presenter.
Thank you.
Now I think, you know, you've become a great coach. So thank you so much for doing all this for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next one, Mr. Edward Demba. Please, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can see you, sir, and we can hear you well.
Okay, I am Edward Demba from the Gambia in West Africa. I'm a newcomer in this trade, although the company has been around for many years through Simon Peter, who is our leader here. And I got introduced to him not long ago, about 2 months, barely 2 months ago. And since then, we've been discussing a lot to see how we can really expand this market here. The Gambia is small, and the market, the business has not been. It has the capacity to really expand, but we've been struggling to really get it up there. So we are planning after the Muslim fasting period to try and see how we can bring people together to really sell this idea more. So my question to Naira is it Naira? I don't know, Enia or whatever, the presenter. First, I want to thank her very much. I came a bit late, but I listened to most of the presentation. I just want to say thanks a lot for an excellent presentation, and I'm sure we are going to learn. We've learned a lot from that. My question now is, for a market like this, what is the best way to penetrate a market where the presence of Greenworld is not well known, although the market has been around for more than 10 years. And as well, to the rest of us all here, I want to ask whether anybody has developed a strategic plan about penetrating such markets in the past? And if you do, maybe you can share it to the members or to us so that we can use it in our planning for the activity that we want to do. So my leader here, Simon Peter, is listening. So we definitely want to bring this up. So to the lady presenter, my question is, how do you break through such a market? Thank you.
Thank you so much. For such markets, it's actually one of the most challenging ones because firstly, you need to convince them of what the company is all about. So such markets need a bit more of attention than markets that are already aware of what Greenworld is all about. Speaking of such markets, it means that in those markets, you'll have to spend more time than the other markets because you will have to go there, right? Present to them what the product is all about, right? And start convincing the people that are able to get scanned. When people get scanned with your scanning techniques or your scanning skills, some people already know some of the things that they have. Some people already know some of the issues or maybe diseases that they already have. So when you get there with the scanner and you scan them and they see that, okay, this is something that I have, and this person is talking about the same thing that I already know that I have, they get some sort of reassurance that you are not making things up. So that is the first type of trust that they can give you. They be like, how does this guy know that because you ask them, for example, for uric acid, how does he know that my knee hurts? This machine might really be saying something that is true. So it's a bit advantageous for people who have a scanner because already by scanning them, they'll get to understand that you are not lying about the company, right? So the hardest thing is convincing one person to try out your product. Once one person in that market has tried your product and they are satisfied with your product, that's it. You need one person to believe you, to try your product and to be satisfied. That's it. So it might take some time for you to convince that one person, or not to convince one person, to get that one person to make that purchase, to like your product, to understand that your product works. But once you have that out of the way, you are gone. You are gone. People suggest things that they like to other people automatically. So that's how you explore such markets.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that is very insightful, and you've said it all, and I think that's a good idea. I will discuss that with my leader here, Simon, and we'll see what we can do. And the other thing that I think will also be of help is if we can have videos of testimonies from people who have used Greenworld product in maybe the website from different parts of the world, so that you can actually show people that look, here are people who have used certain products and they are satisfied. That will cut the time of waiting for someone to testify. Although I know when you have a local person who testifies, then it becomes much stronger. But if you have several people from different parts of the world testifying, it will also have an equally good impact, I believe.
Okay, I'll be answering this question. Mr. Edwards Demba, you are from Gambia, right?
Yes.
Okay, from where you get the products? Because I know that we don't have the branch office so far in Gambia. So from where you get your products?
We get it from the Nigerian office through Simon Peter.
From Nigeria.
Yes. So we are part of Nigeria.
Okay, then that is easier. Do you are you in any of the WhatsApp group? Because Mr. Budiman is he has arranged many WhatsApp group. Are you in any one of this group?
No, I'm not in any of those WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group I am in is our own created WhatsApp group that Simon created. So and we are locally trying to get people in it.
Okay, what you do is.
But I am actually very excited about this because I am a microbiologist, and with that sort of background, I go through the videos. I know exactly what they are talking about, and I can explain to the layman, what these things are capable of doing. So yes, the market is smaller, and we don't have. We get our product through Simon Peter, who is very, very good and encouraging. But at the moment, that's it. Maybe later when we are big enough, we could have our own distribution hub. But for the moment, we get our thing from Nigeria.
Okay, Mr. Edwards, leave your email address in the chat box. I'll take down your email address and talk to Miss Budiman. He's in Nigeria. So when which Mr. Simon, please kindly write his full name and distributor number and telephone number. Which Simon? Because we'll have a lot of Mr. Simon. So write his full name, his full name, his ID number, distributor number, and his telephone number, mobile number. You put it in the chat box. I'll record this, and then I'll talk to Mr. Budiman. So next time when that Mrs. Simon visits the office, we'll give him one of the memory disc with all the, the testimonies. So you're going to receive it. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Thank you very much. Next one. We still have 6 minutes to go, so please unmute yourself and ask questions.
Okay, Madam Rennie, good evening. Good evening,
Good evening, Madam Anne.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to address the last. I'm in Nigeria. I could add him to the Lagos if he gets in contact with me. I can add him to the Lagos group. I know Mr. Budiman is busy right now, so I can add him to the Lagos group if that is okay.
Sure, you can, but make sure that Mr. Simon also know this, so you can.
No problem. I can add both of them, and I'll tell Mr. Budiman.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. N. Madam N, thank you so much. So,
Kudzani?
Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, then we'll invite Madam. Oh, okay.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Evening.
Okay, speaking is Madam Kudzani Moyo, originally from Zimbabwe, but currently in Mauritius. I just relocated here. So my question is almost similar to Mr. Edward Demba's question. I wanted to find out, Madam Enia Nhachengo, if you can help on what really takes on establishing an international market in a new country where Greenworld doesn't exist, where Greenworld isn't known at all. How do you really go about? It's a French-speaking country, and imagine you are an English speaker. How do you really tackle such a situation? You are really passionate about Greenworld. You are still doing it back home, internet, like online. How do you really go about, like in this area?
Hello, thank you for the question. I'm gonna call 911, Madam Nerones Moyo, to help me out with this one, because has actually explored such markets. I haven't gone that far abroad internationally, so I'd like to ask Madam Nerones Moyo to help me out.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
We have
Madam,
only we have
let
only
me
4
take a
minutes.
screenshot of you.
We have only 4 minutes to discuss your complicated question. But the truth is, dear Greenworld distributors, dear Greenworld African leaders, the truth is we must explore international markets. We must. You can't afford to be in one place. So what you did, Madam Kudzani, is a beautiful thing. Well done for relocating. And the training that you got from Enia is the one. I don't want to elaborate, but what you got, go and apply each and everything that she said. When it comes to exploring a market where you don't know the language at all, girl, you're gonna need an interpreter. You're gonna need an interpreter. And I can tell you that when I was exploring Mozambique, she was my #1 interpreter. Maybe that's why she's a very great trainer than myself now, because she was my interpreter. When I explored Congo market, I have an interpreter, Madam Stephanie. She is speaking fluent English and fluent French. So at the moment, you may not be having even a single person who can speak both English and French, but it's your duty now. It's your duty to put out your product, put out your business. Just pray to get that one person who's gonna be as passionate as you. All you need, even if they don't know or they don't understand what they are doing yet, your duty is to make them understand your vision and use them. I'm sorry if I'm putting it in a bad way. Use them to interpret for you. So in each and every market that you're gonna be going, asking for mini presentations and all, you are going with that person. The love, the passion that you have for your business is surely going to be rubbed off to them. Whether they love it or not, they will end up loving what you love because they are interpreting it. They can sense it. They can feel that you love it. They can feel that what you're doing it out of love and you want to help people out there. Once you win that 1%, girl, you're gone. So your duty now is to look for that one person who's gonna translate. Enia did not love the business in the beginning. She was doing it because money is doing it. But look at her now. Look at her now. So you simply look for someone who's gonna translate. And don't ever let your passion go down. Whenever they are translating, girl, they don't know your background back in Zim. They don't know that you are a 3-star if you are a 3-star. If you have to tell them that you are a director back in Zim, I'm lying. You're not gonna say you're a director, but don't sell yourself low. Don't sell yourself low. Put yourself on that high standard. Say, you know, the international business that I'm in, this business is a multi-billion-dollar company. We're producing multi-millionaires, and I'm here in Mauritius to open a branch. Eventually, we're going to have a branch here. So I want you to be one of the first people that are going to be having the branch. And if you become one of the first people to be under this branch, trust me, you've won the whole market. Bona, everyone wants a business that is profitable. If you show them that, they start calculating millions. They start seeing themselves, every French speaking, every island, having people under them. Trust you me, you are going to win that market. And so when you are starting that market, don't sell yourself low. Look for someone who's going to interpret. Be passionate about what you're doing. Even if you go a day without selling anything, don't tell yourself, don't hate yourself for that. Tell yourself that you are still planting. I think Enia spoke about it when she was mentioning the farmer. You are planting that market. So you're not gonna plant and reap the same day. So tell yourself that the next 2 months or so, it's for planting. You want to get at least 10 people that understand both. I mean, that understand, one person who understands English and French, and then the other ones who will join because that person is interpreting the right things for you. It's gonna be your duty again to make sure that you get the products. I don't know, in Mauritius, I think you guys can get it in Cape Town, or you can get it in, you can get the products from Cape Town. You can also get it from Madagascar because it's closer to you. So make it a point that you get some products sent to you, have the product. Some you're gonna be consuming them for yourself, some you're gonna be selling, some you're gonna be giving them as sample. I gave a sample tea to someone who had sugar diabetes. In just 3 days, her high sugar level was so it decreased in a marvelous way. When I went back for the third on the third day, she was the one giving the testimony. I think this goes back to Mr. Edward. You just need to sell the product to people. Then in the next presentation, let them be the ones giving the testimony. Even if the testimony is just the magic detoxing pad that removed the black spot, let them talk. As they talk, you'll be like, even if you don't understand the language that they are talking, you'll be like, yeah, you see, I told you, you speak sign language, girl. You're gonna learn how to use sign language. But trust you me, once you master that market, you are gone. So I believe that Mauritius is gonna be the next big thing, because I've met you, Kudzani. I know the passion that you have. You just have to apply it in real life. In Mauritius, you are Enia. In Mauritius, you are Enia of Mozambique. In Mauritius, you are Director Lucy in Kenya. In Mauritius, you are Director Malta in South Africa. You are Director Neronen. So start treating yourself as a director from today onwards, because we want to come and celebrate you in Mauritius. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Director.
Thank you, Madam Nerones. Actually, Madam Enia was recommended by Madam Nerones. You know, we thank you so much for such a great leader. You know, this is testimonials of leadership, that you can raise leaders who can lead other people. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Edward, I got your email, your Gmail, and your Hotmail. I'm going to talk to Mr. Budman and see who is the Mr. Budman very possibly will contact you. I also got your WhatsApp number, mobile phone number, and everything, and then we'll see what we can do, because you're far away. Even Nigeria is a big country, so actually it's far, and really you need some help. Maybe not only the videos, and also some other training materials. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again, Madam Enia. We can see that you are a really wonderful marketer and trainer, presenter, and future leader. So we hope that in the future that we can have more opportunities to invite you as a presenters, because we do learn a lot from you. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's switch off camera and unmute yourself, and we say thank you to Madam Enia and other leaders. That's great. Take this opportunity to greet all of family members in Greenworld. Thank you.
Thank you, Enia.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Madam Enia, thank you, Madam Nerones.
Thank you so much, Madam Enia. Thank you, Madam Ray.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nerones.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Yes,
Good night.
everyone.
Good night.